Love the color on that. I love how we paired it with that gold and sterling silver there. It's just beautiful. All right. All right, a couple of minutes to spend on, remember I said we have really very few rings in our show, and this is one of them. It was a stack ring though. What you're looking at on Brenda is what looks like the sterling silver choice. We have them also in rose and yellow gold over sterling silver. This is a $30 sterling silver ring. And when you see the details on it, which is kind of hard to see right now, you'll understand why I'm saying that really slow and I'm kind of amazed. Because you have, and you're about to see on your screen, it's like braided silver and gold, drenched in diamondique stones. I cannot believe all the detail that we're able to fit into these pieces and still keep them at these price points. If you're out there shopping and you say, well, what do you have in silver for $30? You'd be lucky just to get just a whisper thin band that's forgettable. And this is not forgettable. So let's take a look at your color choices. And I'll break it down for you on sizes too, because I think in some are a little more limited. All right, so right here is going to be your sterling silver choice. I'll take that out to give you a look. Look at that. See how it's braided? And even within that braid are individual rows of sterling silver. It is really impressive. In fact, man, you guys are good. Look at that detail. Row, row, row after row after row, which is then braided again and again and again. And then there are your diamondique stones, a double row, which are stationed off with a double bar of sterling silver. These details just keep coming and coming. In the silver, you're looking at sizes 6 through 10. Here it is in the yellow gold over sterling silver. Wow. This is one of those that I feel like even if you're wearing it like this, in fact, I'll twist it on my own finger so you can see. It would be gorgeous, but when you have those diamondique stones, this looks like couture. And it's less than $30. Yellow sizes 6 through 10. But when we get to the rose, it starts to get a little bit more broken up in sizes. We're looking at sizes 7, 9, and 10 only. Very limited quantities at all. Limited, just like a handful in each of those sizes there. So if you're choosing the rose, I would not wait. All right, so here, of course, because you know how I roll, I had to stack them all up. Well, it's $30, so I feel like, you know, maybe you could, you know. I know we're trying to budget throughout the entire day, but my producer and I both go, if there's room on my finger, I keep on adding the rings. So when you wear it like this, it's just a wall of diamondique stones, right? Which is the world's finest simulated diamonds, looks for all the world like the real deal. And then when I turn it to the side, then you get a sense of why I'm so excited and so impressed, because it's not just a simple band of sterling. Remember, this is Vicenza silver, so this is Italian made, and the Italians don't do boring, okay? They just don't. And so you've got detail, and this is why I say even if you turned it around, in fact, let me just go ahead and turn them all the way around like that, and you just wear it like that, look at this up close. You now have 2 rings in one. Because if you choose, you turn it around, and you've got this stack ring. Why wouldn't you? And then, oh, cocktail hour, going out to dinner? Okay, just gonna turn these around. Hey, glass of champagne? Looks great with diamonds and diamondique. I mean, have fun with it. And that's the whole idea with the stack ring. 1, fabulous. 2, love it. 3, couture, over the top. $29 and change. This is the first day you're seeing it at its low price. The rose is now at last call. No reorder is available on this. And I gotta tell you, I'm looking at our QVC price was $44 and change. Like, that's fabulous on its own. And really is the case with most of our pieces in the show. I love them at their original QVC prices. We take it down to these sale prices, and it's like unavoidable. When you see something like this and you go, it's so fresh, it's so unique, it's so different, but as versatile and classic as the Today Special Value bracelet that you see on Brenda too. You wear them together, love it. On its own, love it. I do want to let you know, because I've been reading some of the reviews on this, that people are saying, you know, that it's a wider band ring, you'll feel it in between the fingers. Yes, that's true, because it has a thickness and a lift to it. So if you have to never feel your rings, I don't know that this will work, because you'll feel that in between the fingers. I am the kind of person that likes to feel my jewelry because it kind of reminds me that it's there. And I don't know, just I have like a texture thing when it comes to jewelry. So I love that. And I don't find it to be uncomfortable. It's simply something that I'm aware of. So I have to take my rose off because the rose is sold out. The silver now is going very quickly, and I'm not surprised, at less than $30. Broken record here, but here's a situation where you look at this, and if you happen to know the size of the person to whom you're gifting it, pick up one for yourself, knock off half of the shipping and handling, pick up another. Size 10 is limited in both of the remaining choices, so that leaves us with 6 through 9. But as quickly as this is going, I really wouldn't wait. Let us know if you want the silver, the yellow, or both, because such a great value, less than $30. I have like an almost sneeze coming, and I'm doing that. Wait for it, wait for it. Of course, it never comes. Hey, it's time. Good. Let's break things up a little bit with the biggest value of the day. We have millions of pieces from which to choose. Our buyers, I am not jealous of, because I don't know how they narrow it down, but when they pick one item to spotlight as the biggest value on our big Bonanza sale, they knock this one out of the park. 2 easy payments of $39.93, and that is the case for whether or not you are choosing the 6 3/4, 2 easy pays of less than $40. The 7 1/4, 2 easy payments of $39 and change. The 8-inch, which often is more, is not the case here. It's 2 easy payments of $39.93. The 8-inch has been very, very popular this morning, and we're only 5 hours into the day. All of them will feature at least 16.7 grams of sterling silver, which you will feel, which you will see, and when we get into the design and the details, you will appreciate. The way I like to describe this bracelet is how I like to describe many of our fashion pieces here. For me, the word trend has almost become like a 4-letter word, because I know what I love and what looks and feels beautiful on me, and it's always the classics. The little black dress, that perfect fitting pair of jeans, your pearl stud earrings, and this right here. Because it is a classic design that has been popular for hundreds of years and has been popular for the 26 years that we've been here at QVC. But believe it or not, it's been over 10 years since we featured a Rolo Link bracelet as the biggest value. But the fact that it's been 10 years and it's still here and this popular says to me that you are picking up something at a great value that you will still enjoy, what, 10 years from now, 20 years from now? Here we go. We've got the small, the average, and the large, and this is where I usually give you the different easy pays on all of them. Not going to happen here because it's the same easy pay across the board. Your size choices again are 6 3/4, 7 1/4, and the 8-inch. I want you to choose the size that you typically order in any of your other bracelets, because while it is a bolder bracelet that has a lift to it, we've sized them slightly longer so that when you do put them on, they adjust and become the same size that you typically wear. Let's get into details. Because as simple as it looks, believe it or not, you see similar items like this out in retail. You'll notice something in particular, or I should say 2 things. That the fit does not feel good with a bolder bracelet because of the design. Not the case here. It feels like fluid. And you'll also notice on other pieces, when you come in closer to Rolo Links, a lot of times you will see bumps and texture and seams. And I love the fact that our camera operators, we challenge them to come in as close as they can on our pieces of jewelry, because we want you to try to find flaws. And we challenge you to, and you won't. Because it's taken actually 30% longer to assemble and craft and polish this bracelet than typical bracelets like this, because we demand perfect soldering in those links and polishing that takes forever, so that it glows like this, and so that it flows like this and looks like this. And whenever we have a Today's Special Value in a bracelet, as tempting as it is to layer up, I always wear it on its own, because I want you to see how gorgeous it is on its own, and the drape and the fluidity of it on its own, and the radiance of it on its own. Because as I said before, and I'll say again, often in our sale, not all silver is the same. And if you're used to seeing it dull and murky, and it's still called silver, it's because the way it's crafted wasn't up to our standards. And our standards are a whole lot higher. So that it is radiant like this, and years down the road, it's radiant like this. Look how perfectly those links lie. And do you see how they have a lift to them when I kind of angle my wrist a little bit? You love that, right? Because it's got that maximum surface area and maximum glow. But when we come out a little bit and you see how it's still laying on the wrist, like fluid, it's such a paradox, really, that you have a bolder bracelet that just drapes like that on the wrist. That's from hand assembly and the craftsmanship that we demand at QVC. And that's why when you pick this up, as beautiful as it is on the screen, if it doesn't look beautiful and feel fabulous on you, send it back. because we went through a lot of work to make sure that it's going to have the comfort and the radiance and the beauty that you see on the screen on your own wrist. Today's special value price, and only today, is $79.86. We're closing in on 6,000 orders placed today, and we're not even 6 hours into the day. And a lot of you are choosing to lock in that easy pay because your easy pay is less than $40, and that will go away at the end of the day. Even after the price goes up, we lose that easy pay opportunity. Like I said before, and you'll hear us say this all throughout the day, it's been over 10 years since we featured a Rollo link as a today's special value. And when I heard that, I thought, okay, well, that's interesting, but like, how is that significant? And I realized the reason that's significant is that, yes, I mean, a limited opportunity, but also because if it's been 10 years and we're still bringing something like this back, then it's a classic, and it's timeless, and it's a staple, as much so as your diamond tennis bracelet and your pearl stud earrings and that little black dress and those black pumps that you love so much. This is the equivalent of that sterling silver tennis bracelet that you wear with everything or on its own as well. And those are the qualities that I typically call out in bracelets or rings or earrings that are much more expensive, because you know you're going to wear them that often. So you get the use out of the pennies that you're spending. But when you're wearing something like this often, and you get that cost down to just pennies per wear, that's when I get excited, because that's how I shop for jewelry. I don't buy a lot of those one and done pieces or the ones that you pull out only for that one swanky event each year. I buy pieces that I can pick up and wear knowing that I'm going to be at work earlier in the day, and then I'm going to the grocery store later on, and then maybe I'll go out to dinner with my friends later on that night. This is that piece. But it has such an elegance to it at the same time. So you get everything rolled into one. And you're going to see it styled on so many of our lovely ladies, casual, elegant, refined. That's why. That's why I'm excited that it's a today's special value. One more thing I want to point out, and I'll give you that closer look too. Each of these individual links is like a thick layer, a thick sheet of sterling silver, which has been rolled so that you get the doming within every single link. And do you see how you can see the light reflected off of each side of these links? Were it flatter, you wouldn't get that effect. I mean, look at that glow. It is white. And then, as I kind of, let me see if I can find it. Okay, so you see how these two links right here have been soldered together, but they look for all the world like these looser links? That's how you get that lift and just enough fluidity so that the links don't start to do this and kind of fall on top of each other. They still have that structure and that lift to them. The little thing, and I explain this to you now because when you get it home, you're just going to know that it looks great. You'll kind of take it for granted. But I explain that to you now so that you understand why it looks so great and it feels so great and why we boast about these things in our jewelry from QVC. So let's break this down for you again, although I don't have to break down price for you because the price is the same across the board. The Easy Pay is the same across the board, but it won't be the same at the end of the day because the Easy Pay will go away and the price will go up on the one piece that we've chosen to spotlight as the biggest value of the entire event of our big Bonanza. 6 3/4 inch, that's the one that I'm wearing, 7 1/4 inch, and the 8 inch, which has been very popular on the day so far. Your Easy Pay is $39.93. If you're a first-time shopper at QVC or a first-time Easy Pay shopper at QVC, it means that when you give us a call, the number that you see on your screen, we'll ask, first of all, you'll say, I want the big Today Special Value. They'll ask you, do you want to utilize Easy Pay or not? If you choose Easy Pay, the only thing we charge to your credit card is $39 and change, plus 1/3, or 1/2 rather, of the shipping and handling and the tax. You get it home in 7 to 10 days, and you get to enjoy it for 30 days before you even make your decision. You don't like it, send it back. You keep it, you enjoy it, then you've got one more easy payment, and then you're done. And 5 years from now, you're still enjoying it. And 10 years from now, you're still enjoying it. And there is nothing about this bracelet that 10 years from now will make you say, it was a good idea at the time. Because don't we have a lot of those pieces? But this is a good idea every time. And I love that we've chosen a classic to spotlight on our big value of the day. And sometimes we do the edgier pieces, right? The more trendy pieces, and we love those too. But for something like this, on an event that we only do once a year, I feel like this makes perfect sense. And I feel like you're going to enjoy it and love it at the same time. So you see value on the screen, our own QVC price, $97. But today and today only, it is less than $80. And today only, it'll be on 2 easy payments of $39.93. You see the sterling silver gram weight on your screen? That's actually a minimum. Which would apply closer to that 6 3/4 inch bracelet. The gram weight increases from size to size. But we're always going to tell you that minimum gram weight so you know what you're getting. And that minimum gram weight is substantial. 16.7 grams of sterling silver. Enough so that you feel it, but not so much that it becomes cumbersome or has the feel of a weighty cuff or something that is only appropriate for certain occasions, because we want this to be as lightweight and fluid as a tennis bracelet or your favorite timepiece, because that's how it's meant to be worn. And so you'll appreciate that gram weight without feeling like it's too much. And I love now that we're showing you these great pictures of how you can style it and wear it, and to get a sense of how it's going to look at home. And while we're adding that sparkle and that fire there, know that when you get it, it's going to have that same sparkle and fire and glow. And it's one of those pieces that, and like we talk about all the time, when you have a bracelet or a ring, you're able to look at it and enjoy it yourself. And that's one of the reasons why I love bracelets. All right. Boy, I hope I'm saying this right. Our caller, is your name Zuli?
Yes, it is.
Well, I love that name, first of all. How fun is that? Good morning. How are you, dear?
I'm all right. I'm happy that I found the bracelet I've been looking for over 10 years for.
Oh, my gosh. Well,
Yes.
your patience is paid off.
Yes, it's absolutely exquisite.
Oh, well, what is it about it that has made it so sought after for you?
About 10 or 12 years ago, I bought one half the size of the one they're showing now.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing I loved about it is I love Italian silver, the way they make it, the way the way it looks. And I have not been able to find it again, ever, and nowhere. No silver jewelry, no silver stores.
Isn't it funny? It's funny that you say that this kind of craftsmanship would be so difficult to find. I mean, it's a classic, right? But for some reason, it's kind of escaped us lately.
And of course, I've never seen it this big.
I know.
It's just exquisite.
Because if you're going to get it, you want it to be noticed, right?
Yes, it's something you wear just by yourself. I have to take all my other silver jewelry off.
Exactly. It's okay. Give it a rest. Let it breathe for a
I
little while.
wanted to get the chain, but I was too late. I couldn't even believe you have the chain.
Oh, honey, there's plenty more to come. So I hope you're hanging out with us all day.
Oh, I'm hoping that they have more chains like that, because I missed the chain already. I couldn't get it.
Oh, you mean the today's special value, the pairing chain?
The chain that goes with this bracelet.
Oh, okay. Well, we're actually going to show that in just a little bit.
All right.
All right, sweetie. Thank you so much for giving us a call.
No, thank you.
Glad you waited. All right, bye-bye. All right, lock in that Easy Pay. Remember that Easy Pay is the same across the board. The small, average, and the large, only today, is on an Easy Pay of $39 and change. Now, Erica, help me out, because Zuli said she wanted the chain as well, but do we still have the chain in both lanes? Yay, Zuli. Okay, so here's the thing. I wasn't even sure if we would give this a presentation, because I wasn't sure if our inventory would make it this long in the day, and it's been really popular. Zuli, if you're still watching, you were misinformed, because we still have the necklace for now. 3 easy payments, 2 lengths. Let me break it down for you. We've got the 18-inch and the 20-inch. Both Deanna and I have done what just makes sense, right? And layered them both. More is more is more, and more is a good thing. It's brand new today. If you're choosing the 18-inch, you've got an Easy Pay of $59.67. If you're choosing the 20-inch, your Easy Pay is $66.33. Popular today doesn't begin to describe it. And if you love all the qualities that we've described in the bracelet, look at the necklace. And not every necklace looks as fabulous on our bust form as it does in real life. I feel like it does here. Because as much as I love it on me and Deanna, I love it here too. And that's what a work of art and craftsmanship will do. It will look fabulous when it's just tossed on your bedside table. It'll look fabulous when you're wearing it too. So you've got the same lengths in the bracelet, which we've done for good reason, right? Because if you have the bracelet as well, guess what you can do? Unhook your bracelet and attach it onto the necklace via the oversized senorita clasp, and you can actually lengthen your own necklace as well, because the lengths are exactly the same. That gorgeous high polish, that lift and dimension in that sterling silver. In fact, 42 grams, 46.5 grams. If you're a lover of silver, like this is, you've got to have it. I mean, because it's not just gorgeous high polished sterling silver, it's an amazing presentation of it. You know I'm going to put them both on. but you don't have to. It's gorgeous on its own, but look at this double wall of fabulousness. Oh my gosh. Like I said, I'm really kind of amazed. It's making my jaw drop that we even have any left in this presentation before we may have to potentially go into advanced orders. So I would not wait because it's only 5:30 in the morning and we didn't have that many to start off with. Brand new today, 3 easy pay opportunity. Let us know if you want the 18, the 20-inch. Fabulous, right? Stay on the lines for that. J290777. Okay, these are coming up a little bit later. I have a sense they're going to be popular. They're less than $30. And not just your boring simple hoop earring, these have this beautiful wave to it. From Dominic Denoir, one of our sterling silver designers, works closely with silver masters in Mexico and brings us these beautiful pieces in a left-right designs coming up a little bit later. All right. Going to take a little bit of a break, let our phone lines clear up a little bit, and I'm going to let you check out my biggest and latest social media addiction. We call it Together. You check it out. I'll be right back.
Retail value represents either an actual comparison shop price or the price QVC believes the same or a comparable product would be offered by other retailers using a customary markup.
Retail value does not necessarily represent the prevailing retail price in every community or the price at which we previously sold the item.
MSR price refers to the manufacturer's suggested retail price. QVC price is the price at which the item may be ordered from QVC at any time while the current inventory lasts, except for limited periods of time when the item may be offered at a special price.
Featured price represents a savings over the regular QVC price. After the featured price ends, the item will be offered at its regular QVC price if QVC continues to carry the item.
So I'm delighted that you've chosen to spend your morning with me, but I know it's not me, right? It's the big Bonanza Sterling Silver Sale that we're celebrating 20 hours on the air and all the way through the end of March 1st, online as well. And I invite you to step over here to this side of the table here. We've already presented my first pick of the show. My second is coming up at the very end. And where I used to have a whole lot more of these little guys floating around here, I've already lost 2 colors in my 1-inch choice in the glitter hoop earring. I'm down now to only the rose and only 2 dozen remain. So that may not make it to our presentation on a 4 easy pay of $18 and change. But in the 1.5 inch, we've got the silver, the rose, and the yellow. And then we've also got average and large in the pave glitter bangle in all 3 colors. What looks for all the world like crunched up pave set diamonds, and you agree online, is actually hand set and sealed glitter inside these rows of sterling silver and gold for such a luxe and lush look. And even if you're choosing the large and the bangle, your easy pay is just $34.75. That's going to be a fun one with whatever I have left by the time the presentation rolls around. So dial in for that if you have an opportunity. But in the meantime, we're actually going to show you the first of 2 black spinel pieces that we've got in our show. We've got 1 earring, and then we've also got the stack set of black spinel rings as well. But this is your curb link sterling and black spinel earrings at less than $50. Last time I presented this, it was $59. So we've taken about $10 off of that price and $27 and change off of the QVC price. So the savings just keep coming. Genius, genius, genius design here. Because you've got 1.2 carats of black spinel, and you can see those just kind of pouring down these sterling silver curb links. But rather than do them like this, straight on, we've done them at an angle. And so you end up with like a reverse or inside out hoop of sterling silver in each and every link. And they will always lie flat and front facing like that, rather than this. As gorgeous as this is, you're missing out on a lot by not showing us the flash and the reflection of that sterling silver. And you'll notice too that these are indeed a left-right design, so you want to wear them so that this bottom hoop sweeps and curves in toward and framing your own face. And that left and right design, we always brag about when it's there because it's more expensive to do, right? Because you have 2 different castings that you have to do. So from top to bottom, you're looking at 1.5 inches. And when I turn them to the side, maybe you get a better sense of how that black spinel is going to pour up even to the very top of that top and smaller curb link. And by curb link, we mean those links that kind of come at each other from opposite angles, like this, so that, like this, like that, so that they're going to angle and show you all of their flash and fire. And I love that we've chosen the black spinel here too. It's one of these gemstones that really grew on me the more I presented it and the more I looked at it, because even though it is that jet black gemstone, it's like a wet black gemstone that loves to be faceted. And in fact, I argue that I like black spinel more the smaller the stones get, because the smaller the stones get, the more faceting you get, the more flash that you get in those stones. And those are adjectives that we usually use to describe stones that are clear or at least translucent. But this is a solid black gemstone, so it's a real kind of like Mother Nature paradox there, because you think it being a black stone, it wouldn't love light or low light. But black spinel absolutely does. You'll see them on Deanna, who's standing across the studios, but in lower light than we're standing in here, and you get a sense of what I'm talking about. Because, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I'm still distracted by the Rollo-Link necklaces. But look at the earrings, and you'll see that those stones have their own sparkle and life to them, even in that lower light. And while she's wearing an earring that's 1.5 inches, it has the presence and the excitement and the eye-catchiness of a 2-inch hoop or something much bigger and bolder and heavier. But they're not. They're light and they're airy and they're open. And when you've got that kind of, sexy and romantic black spinel incorporated in, then it turns into the perfect day-to-night earring. So all that being said, $49.96 is your sale price. Remember, that goes up at the end of the event. And this is actually the first time you're seeing it at that low price. The only bad news is there is no reorder available on these. The only 2 black spinel pieces in our show, the stack rings, are going to be coming up a little bit later. Okay, let's get an update on my first pick of the show, the Ecclesi watch. We started with 400. The blue is sold out. The platinum is sold out. I have 100 remaining in my rose and about 4 dozen remaining in the black, and that is it. Your 5 easy pay of $35 and change will actually go away at the end of the day. So a limited opportunity to take advantage of the sale price and an easy pay. I don't know. I am crushing on that rose big time. And then, by the way, there's my second pick of the show coming up. Just saying, they look fabulous together. There's the rose in the bangle, and that is the average size. So, but I love all things sparkly. I get distracted. Like, doing my job is a little bit trickier when I do jewelry shows because I have to stay focused. And it's hard to do that when everything's just so pretty and sparkly. Speaking of, and remember, it's not just silver that we're celebrating all day long. But it's gemstones as well, because the 2 play perfectly together. And in this ring, you've got a cushion cut, which is then turned on its side like a baseball diamond, and 2 very, very popular stones, and we love them for their birthstones, and I'll call out the months on those 2, but we love them for their color as well. So your choices here, and by the way, these are $54.92, and wait until I tell you the carat weights. Your choices are the amethyst and the blue topaz. There is your amethyst. I mean, look at, oh, okay, first of all, try to find a flaw in that stone, right? You see how it's like Caribbean waters, you can see all the way to the bottom. Look at that stone, and what a beautiful, I don't know, I feel like this is that Goldilocks level of color, right? Because certainly we can get a lot darker, and we can get a lot lighter. But to me, that's just a beautiful, beautiful presentation of amethyst. Now, in the blue topaz, I do want to call out, this is like your very light sky blue. And I've heard, actually, it was Jill Bauer who said, it's almost like aquamarine. And I said, that's what I'm thinking of, because it looks like aquamarine to me. So it's a much softer shade of blue there. But again, just like those Caribbean waters where you can see down to the bottom, and that checkerboard faceting gives you this, that little flash that goes all the way across. And let me double check. Sizes 6 through 10, yes, are available in both of our choices. But I feel like we've really done justice to the stones here, because while you've got a substantial carat weight, in fact, in the amethyst, 2.2 carats, and the topaz, 3 carats. We've done justice to it by giving it this amazing framework of sterling silver, thick and radiant. And if you're wondering how it's so radiant, it's our silver. And by ultrafine, we mean where you're used to hearing 92.5% silver, as you see on your screen. This is 950, so 95% pure silver It's nickel free, and our alloy is tarnish resistant as well. And I can tell you, I've had some ultrafine pieces since I started working here, and I'm past the 2.5-year mark. Haven't polished them up once. And I love that. So here's the amethyst, and remember that's your February birthstone. And then if you are a December baby, then that is your blue topaz. Let me go ahead and pop on, I know we've got my size. Here we go. Pop on the blue topaz. And because you've taken that cushion cut and then you've kinked it off to the side and you've got that, like I said, a baseball diamond, I feel like you get more bang for your buck, right? Because then it's kind of crossing over just a little bit onto those other two fingers and gives you this beautiful diamond shape. I mean, look at that. The sterling silver, I gotta tell you, it competes with those stones because the silver is so bright and so radiant. This is the first day that you're seeing it at its low price. And I know, I say it a lot, price goes up at the end of the event. So there's a limited opportunity to take advantage of that great sale price of just $54.92. QVC's price was $79 and change, and the retail value was $120, but I like $54 so much better. J282257 is your item number. All right, going to keep our theme of gemstones going, but now we're really going to mix things up, go complete opposite end of the spectrum, right? Now we're heading into moonstone, which has, much like druzy quartz, kind of surprised us in its popularity here at QVC. But I don't know that it really should be all that surprising, because as many different colors and shapes as we can do in that stone, there's something to please everybody. And what you're looking at in this bracelet is your choice of two colors. One of them that you see on Brenda is the rainbow moonstone. And that we love for its transformative properties. So much like labradorite, taking the light, see that glow inside of that one stone? It takes the light and it breaks it up into thousands of rays of light and colors within it. And so that's why we call it, right, the rainbow moonstone. Your other choice, which you see on your screen, you'll see up here in a moment, is going to be the chocolate, which is one of my favorites. But I love, I love the rose golds and chocolate, we call it like chocolate colored diamonds and those kinds of stones. I feel like they're very feminine, but bold at the same time. So you're choosing one or the other, and you've got a completely different look in either one. Now we've got two size choices and the two color choices. So here you're going to look at your 7 1/4 inch choice. And the good news here is that you got the same price on both sizes. So 3 easy payments of $43 and change. So there's the 7 1/4 inch. Your other choice is going to be the 8 inch. And that 8 inch too, 3 easy payments of $43.28. Let's take a look at the chocolate, because that's kind of my favorite. All right. And in the chocolate, right, you'll notice we are talking about sterling silver, but in the chocolate we've also layered it with 14 karat rose gold over that sterling silver. And there you see there's two different stones. You've got that kind of like rectangular cut and then these round cuts, just like, just like we were talking about with the druzy in my pick of the show watch. I love that we didn't just do the same shape over and over again. It would have been easier and probably more cost effective to do so. But instead, we give it this varied look and then wrap it in that textured and twisted sterling silver. And gosh, I even appreciate that in between these stones, do you see how you have a double link of that precious metal? Another little detail that didn't have to be there, but they put them in and then open underneath so that you can see how beautiful those stones are, even underneath, and just so smooth and polished out. That's why we always boast about having that AAA quality in our gemstones, because certainly there's lots of, the reject pile is huge at QVC, because we only take the very, very best of our gemstones to feature in precious metal, which makes perfect sense, because if you're going to wrap something in sterling silver and gold, it better be fabulous. Now you're going to see it on Deanna, while I remind you that this is the first day you're seeing it at its low price. Your easy pay opportunity of $43 and change. If you're an easy pay shopper, this has been a real fun 2 hours for you, I got to say. But your easy pay opportunity goes away at the end of our visit, and we've taken $50 off of the QVC price. In fact, the last time this was on the air, it was still over $166. Now, less than $130, and that is for both size choices and both color choices. 7 1/4 inch, 8 inch. Let us know if you want the chocolate moonstone or the rainbow. The rainbow is very limited now in our quantities. We'll be the first to go, so don't wait on that. J275160. And if you love that moonstone, we are very limited in, but want you to give a look at these moonstone diamond cut sterling earrings. 3 easy payments of $39.99. Wow, look at that rainbow moonstone. This is torture because I see these pieces that we won't have time to present and I'm like, but it's beautiful. Italian-made wire wrap design ring is less than $55. Silver, rose, and yellow are available, all sizes 5 through 10. Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna have to put that one on. Erica, which one do you want to see on? I'll let you pick. My producer. Which one do you want to see on? Okay, well, don't mind if I do. Erica goes, well, I know you probably want to see the rose anyway. I don't usually give Erica a choice. She goes, oh, I get to pick? Take a look at that. And I know we weren't supposed to give it a presentation. We like to cheat in the wee hours, right? Look at that. Ooh, don't wait on that. Okay, that was a little bit of a surprise. All right, okay, drum roll please, because I know we've given you a couple of looks at this, and I have a sense that, you know, especially as your 5:30 alarm clock friends are going off, the phone lines are going to go crazy on this. I'm just calling it. It is less than $30. Yay. It's a sterling silver earring. Yay. So when I say those two together, $30 silver earring, what do you think? A teeny tiny little 4mm ball stud of sterling silver, or a thin wire of sterling silver and a hoop? Maybe. This is a designer crafted, artisan crafted sterling silver hoop earring, and that is thick. But it isn't just straight and simple. It is wave designed and a left-right design. See how they kind of curve towards the face so that the two are different? And while I think that retail value has got to be conservative, even more conservative is our sale price, which goes up at the end of the sale if we have any left. $29.96 for these sterling wave hoop earrings. Your item number, because I have a feeling you're going to need to know it, is J284433. This has been a mind blower to me since I first saw it, and I'm just going to have to pop it on because I can't resist. But I mean, I'm already a fan of the hoop earring, and I'll say that all the time because it's, I don't know, they have like dance and, dare I say, a sexiness to it, right? And that's even if it's a smaller hoop, it's a larger hoop. But when you do it in this wave design, what happens? You don't just have the dance of the hoop earring. You've got the wave of the sterling silver. And because it is so high polished, can you see how that just catches the light and flashes? So you have more surface area in this wider hoop than you would in a round hoop or in just like a thin wire of sterling silver. So you get more bang for your buck, or more light and flash for your buck than you would for a simple sterling silver hoop that likely would cost more than $30. And that's why I get so excited about this. Now, I didn't give you my ruler measurement. We'll do it when we come back later. But just so you know, this is a 1.5-inch hoop. So for many of you, a great sweet spot. And I always love the 2-inch hoops, but for office purposes or day purposes, it's not as practical. This, to me, is perfection. And I love that Deanna's got her hair pulled back so that you can see the size there in the earring. And you see that wave design, it's unexpected. And that's what tells you it's artisan crafted, which it is indeed. If you're not familiar with Dominique Denoir, she, Paris born and raised, but works directly with master sterling silver craftsmen in Mexico. And so you get really double the expertise and the craftsmanship and the design in these amazing pieces, even when it is a piece that is now $29.96, but it wasn't always. QVC's price was $46, but because we're celebrating all things silver today and all things designer today and all things unexpected today, then you get a great price, but only during our event, $29 and change. And I promised you a measurement. You've seen it on our gals. But just so you know, you're looking at from top to bottom is going to be 1.5 inches. But you see how straight on, you know, it's a demure silhouette. And then when you turn to the side, it's like, oh, clearly she's a jewelry aficionado. Clearly she has her own sense of style. And clearly these have their own unique personality. And that's why I get excited about these. And that's why I had a feeling you were going to be excited about them as well. $29.96, first time you're seeing it at that low price, and savings of $16 off of the QVC's already great value. All right. Thank you for giving us another look at this, because we had this way earlier, and I know a lot of you are just tuning in. This was the most affordable item in the show. And many of you picked up more than one of these because they make a perfect gift. The Hamsa and Evil Eye, I like to call it the anti-evil eye bracelet, is like a double good luck charm in one. And it's less than $17, but only during our event. There's only one size because it has a built-in extender, which you can take from 6.5 inches up to 8 inches. J276676. And another super affordable piece, hit the $20 button on this one, $19.96. For another piece that, I mean, for all the world you would think would cost so much more. This open work design, diamond cutting, in sterling silver, amazing presentation. We started with more than 600 of these. Only 200 now remain. Another great stock up, giftable at less than 20 bucks, but remember, price goes up at the end of our event. So we have one piece from our Hallmark collection in our show. I saw another piece earlier that Nancy was presenting that was very popular. And I feel like Hallmark's one of those names that barely needs any explanation. I mean, they are iconic in the business of commemorating special events and commemorating also everyday events. This one's actually turned around. Let me show it to you. There we go, because there's a little surprise in there. Commemorating, you know, weddings and birthdays and 50-year anniversaries and the big deals, but also in celebrating every single moment. And those little moments, the precious moments, the laugh between friends, and the hugs that you get from your children. That is what Hallmark is all about, celebrating those moments, which I feel is like the perfect lead into this piece right here, which is now available on 2 easy payments of $23.46. Going to move our Hallmark box a little bit to the side, but you'll see that you'll get that gift box and card available with it too. But let's focus for now on the pendant and chain itself. And you'll notice you've got 3 rings of sterling silver, 2 of which are then covered in that 18-karat yellow and rose gold, and each one has an inscription. And those inscriptions are yesterday, today, and tomorrow. It's a past, present, future design in a pendant, which is all bound together in this one single bale of sterling silver. But do you notice how even the individual bands of sterling silver themselves are interlocking? So you end up with, you know, this fusion of all these different colors. So about, from bale to bottom, about just under 1.25 inches. But because those are all interwoven, of course, because it's Hallmark, there's a meaning to that as well. Because at any given moment, as much as we're told and are supposed to appreciate and live in the now, aren't we really always products of our past and eagerly anticipating and having hope for the future? So all of us are products of all 3 of those and should be a celebration of all 3 of those. A celebration of the accomplishments that we've had in the past. A celebration and an excitement of what's to come in the future. And pride and exhilaration for being here today and just waking up this morning and being alive. And that's the significance in this piece. Or maybe you have your own particular significance, especially if you're gifting it to somebody, to let them know, I've been here for you since as long as I've known you. I'm here now and I'm never going away. That you can count on me forever. Those are the meanings that we personally weave into these pieces. And that's Hallmark's intention, is to give you kind of a starting point that you can give your own meaning to. And I love that it's an affordable piece as well, because obviously it's going to be a giftable. So we've really hit a really reasonable price point in something that you're still gifting in precious metal. Sterling silver, 18-karat yellow gold, 18-karat rose gold. Well, you see it on our ladies too, and now you see it on Deanna kind of from afar. You don't see the inscription at first. And so it just looks like this great collection of 3 metals, and those mixed metals that we've been talking about so much, silver and yellow and rose gold. And you really do have to come in closely to even see or get a sense of those inscriptions. So it doesn't boast or brag of its, you know, its kind of, you know, what am I thinking, nostalgic properties until you come in close. Now you are getting the sterling silver chain is 18 inches long, but you've got a 2-inch extender on there as well. And as you saw and we mentioned before, you get the Hallmark gift box to come with it. First day you're seeing it at its low price. First time you're seeing it on Easy Pay, but the Easy Pay opportunity vanishes at the end of our visit. $23.46, 2 easy payments, J286824. So yeah, we take a little bit of a morning break from our big Bonanza sale. I've got Denim & Company coming up as well, including one of my favorites. This is the maxi dress. I'm going to do a quick change. But in the meantime, we're far from done here. And we're actually just a couple of minutes away from my second pick of the show, the 3 layers of pave glitter set in silver and gold. We used to have 3 choices in the 1-inch hoop. We're down now to just the rose. 1 inch is available in the hoop, and then we have an average and a large in the bangle, which is coming up just minutes away. So I hope you stay tuned for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, here it is, my producer's pick of the show. Whenever I work with Erica upstairs, we always, because we're both jewelry junkies, and I go, all right, what do you love? And I was wearing this at the time, and she was like, well, there you go, because I love this. And I said, well, how about this? She says, because I'm a ring snob. Hey, I'm all about it. But the beautiful thing is, this is what I told her. I'm like, yeah, isn't it great? You get all 3. So I'm going to take you through the colors, but these aren't color choices. You get them all in one set, $69.82. And yes, that stone in the center, each time over, is black spinel. So in each set, you're getting 1 each of the rose gold, 18 karat by the way, over sterling silver. You're getting 18 karat yellow gold, and boy, does that look like 18 karat. Look how bright that is. Also over the sterling silver, and then you get the true sterling silver. And all 3 of the bands have this deep do you see that rib texture in those? Kind of gives it an energy, and when I move it back and forth, you get that light out of it, leading up to those individual black spinel stones. And I just got to do this, because of course, you're getting all 3, so I think probably most of the time you'll wear all 3 of them, right? And as I've been wearing mine too, I've noticed that just as I'm moving and talking, like sometimes the stones are a little bit like that, and sometimes they line up, you know, perfectly and beautifully, and they move. And that's the whole idea behind a stack ring, right? Because they have a life of their own. But look at the stones in the center. They too have a life of their own. And this is what I've been saying and will continue to say that I love about black spinel. This is one of those stones that I actually prefer in smaller carat weights. I know that's not what us girls are trained to think, right? But a stone like this, when you take it down small and you give it that faceting, something about the stone, and I'm no gem expert, but something about it just loves every little bit of light that it can get. So that when you do take these single stones like this, and you stack them up, you get just enough light and flash and fire. And I know a lot of times we bring the lights down with our black spinel presentations. We don't have time to do that here. But when you get this home, even if you're wearing just 1 of them, light a candle or go into a dimly lit room, and you'll appreciate and understand why we love black spinel so much. Even though it is a jet black, completely opaque gemstone, it still loves light. It loves to play. And so when you give it the backdrop of radiant sterling silver and feminine rose gold and bright yellow gold, you get 3 different color plays with the same fabulous stone that itself has a light play. And so isn't it neat that you get all that together, and you get it together at $69.82. Actually, yesterday, this was much higher price than that. It was just reduced today, and this is the first day you're seeing it at its low price with 0 reorder available, and you're now saving $36 off of the QVC price. And you know, a lot of times we go, oh, you don't have to stack it up. I mean, you're getting all 3 of them, so I don't know why you wouldn't. But because they are separate rings, of course you can. So you can choose to wear on any given day just the rose, just the silver, just the yellow. But you can wear them with any of your metals, right? As you see, Brenda's got it with the Today Special Value, and that makes perfect sense because that's the sterling silver, and it plays well with that set too. Or if you already are a fan of any of the other 3 color choices, then here's your opportunity to kind of branch out a little bit and still get the use that you have out of your favorite precious metal. J280340 is your item number. Stay on the lines for that, because at the end of our visit, the price will go up, and as I mentioned, there is no reorder available. See how Deanna's in that lower light and it still flashes and fires? I love this stone. Don't have to choose color because you get all 3. All you have to let us know is what size you want. All right, here's a couple of quick reminders and mentions. Boy, this was popular earlier. And so another stack ring. Only this time you're choosing between the yellow, the rose gold, or the sterling. Oh, sorry, just the yellow and the sterling silver. We sold out of the rose. We have sizes 6 through 10 available in both options, but size 10 in the silver is now officially at last call. It is less than $30 with the world's finest simulated diamonds and this braided, textured silver and gold. Amazing that it's less than 30 bucks. All right, 6,300 of you have dialed in for the biggest value of the day. It is a classic, but it is definitely a noticeable classic. It is your bold polished Rolo-Link bracelet. Minimum gram weight is 16.7 grams. It is on 2 easy payments regardless of size of $39.93, 6 3/4, 7 1/4, and 8 inch. When you see closely the construction of this piece and how fluid it still is, even though it's bolder, you'll understand why you're going to want to wear it every single day. But only today is that value less than $80. Okay, so I have to give this another look because honestly, I was so amazed and impressed that we even had any left in our presentation just 6 hours into the day. It is the perfect pairing and complement to the today's special value because it's the same link in a necklace form, over 40 grams of silver, 3 easy payments, 2 lengths, 18 inch and 20 inch. But I want you to see that before we potentially go into advanced orders because it has been uber popular. All right. So I had 2 picks in my show. We already talked about the watch, which we started off in 4 colors and we're down now to just the 2. And it's time for what I think may be the most fun of all the pieces in the show because it's got flash and sparkle and fire and beauty, but it still has femininity and elegance. And I've been reading your reviews online on this and you have loved this choice because for all the world, looks like we've crunched up diamonds and pave set them individually into silver and gold. Only because it's hand applied and sealed glitter, you get this amazing affordability and still the same look. Now it is your choice of earrings or bracelet. I'm going to take you through exactly what we have left and what your easy pay situation is. Now, in the earrings, we had 1 inch and 1.5 inch in all of our color choices. In the 1 inch, I have only the rose gold over sterling silver remaining. And there's only about a dozen of those. Easy pay on these rose 1 inch earrings is $18.50. Will not be long for the world. Okay. Now your other choice, and the one I always choose, I always go with the bigger one, right? But still a reasonable selection, not the 2 inch. This is a 1.5 inch, but it's an oval. So you get more bang for your buck, more bang for your length. Now, in these, for now, I have the 3 color choices. I've got yellow gold over sterling silver. Here's the straight up sterling silver. And then again, and of course popular, is that rose gold over sterling silver. And here's that look, that shot that I was waiting for. Doesn't it look like we took diamonds and put them through a crushing machine and then just poured them into these rivers or like riverbeds of sterling silver and gold and then just lock them into place? This is hand applied glitter that is sealed so that even if you go swimming in them, they stay looking as is. Isn't that amazing? Now, your other choice, by the way, the easy pay on the 1.5 inch earrings, $24 and change. All right, now in the bangles, you've got average and large available. I'm wearing it in the average. The average has an easy pay of $32.25. The large, which is better for your like 8 inch wrist and down, $34.75. 3 color choices as well in that 18 karat gold over sterling silver. Or if you're shopping silver day because you're a straight up silver gal, then you're choosing the sterling silver. And again, I feel like if we just took a thinner bangle, 1 single row or river of that glitter, it would be fabulous. We did it 3 times over. And let me show you a couple of reasons why I love this. First of all, anytime we have a bangle and it's hinged, I appreciate it when it's an oval shape because once you get it on, it stays where it is and it's not going to turn if you choose the right size. And then also, maybe as I angle it a little bit, you'll get a sense of how deep those indentations into the silver and gold have to be able to lock in that glitter. Do you see the sparkle and the shine on this? Which has then been sealed over so that you can actually use your typical jewelry cleaner on these to clean. You've got a figure 8 safety catch, but you're still going to have this lock-in clasp here. And I'll go ahead and put this one on. The 1 inch is completely sold out in the earrings now, so we're down just the 1.5 inch. So I've got now the gold, the yellow gold, and the rose gold on. And it looks like I've popped on the large there in the yellow, so you get a sense of both of those sizes. But look how beautiful and classic that is. And so you'll stack this up with your timepiece or wear them on their own. I've been reading the reviews on both of these pieces, First of all, every review on the earring is 5 stars. And what you're saying is, well, I love these because I love sparkle. It's not too much. But I swear, when I look at them even up close, they look like gemstones that have just been micro cut and faceted individually and hand set pave style into these earrings. And we're not afraid to come in close too and show you what it's going to look like up close. Look at that. Doesn't it look like individual stones? And in fact, it's that pave set glitter. So you get that same look, but your easy pay on the bangle, $32 and change if you're choosing the average, $34 and change if you're choosing the large, and the only remaining size now in the earring, the 1.5 inch, your easy pay is just $24.75. We are now in limited quantities in the earrings across the board. 4 dozen remaining in the yellow, 3 dozen in the rose, and about a dozen left in the silver. Pay no attention to the 1 inch on your screen because the 1 inch is now sold out completely. And I do need to let you know that the easy pay opportunity does go away at the end of the day for all of your choices. And of course, because it's our big Bonanza Silver sale, it is just that. The price goes up at the end of our sale. The second of my 2 picks of the show, Italian crafted, and you'll know it when you see it too. J285102. All right. All right, so of course, we celebrate our big Bonanza sale here in the building. We'll be doing it online too, and you can check it out online right now. We're one of the world's largest jewelry stores, so we have the ability to bring you hot looks you'd be hard-pressed to find anywhere else. Shop the entire event, including dozens of pieces you won't even see on air on QVC.com. All right, I'm gonna let you check out another, because there's always another event coming up, right? Red carpet style is coming up. I'm gonna do a quick change. We've got a full hour of Denim & Company fashions coming up. Go grab a cup of coffee, hang with Coffey. I'll be right back.
Join QVC live from LA for a star-studded celebration of all things red carpet. Celebrate red carpet style live from the Four Seasons Hotel Los Angeles tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern on QVC.
She's a TV phenomenon, a self-made businesswoman, and now she's taking on talk.
So let's get into it! How crazy is this?
Real talk, no limits. Bethany, weekdays. Go to Bethany.com for time and station. And don't miss Bethany when QVC Lifestyle hosts David Venable and Lisa Robertson drop in on all the fun. For more information, go to the Bethany page on QVC.com.
Spring Fashion Days. Mix, match, and layer a palette of colors, patterns, and must-have styles for the season. Spring Fashion Days, starting Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern, all day Monday and Tuesday.
And time. Try changing from one dress to the next in 45 seconds. It's harder than you think, but it's still a lot of fun, so I love this job. My name is Jennifer Coffey. Hope you grabbed that cup of coffee, and I hope you're ready to hang out with me this morning because I'm far from done. I've got a full hour of beautiful fashions. In fact, the most popular line of apparel here at QVC is Denim & Company. We've got a full hour of it. Let's check out what we've got coming up in our show. All right, so it looks like first we're going to take a look at, I think my pick of the show, right, is going to be the jeans. All right, let's check them out. My pick of the show, more than 100,000 of these have sold. Well, it is just about 7:55, which means it is time.